What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about Lucid, a lot of people are diving deep into the Q4 earnings. There's a lot of information in that kind of transcript that could, with a little bit of research, lead you to some potential partnerships, both from the automotive side as well as from the tech side. So I'm going to be putting out a video, like I said, but I'm doing a little bit of extra research just to kind of dot the I's and all that fun stuff. But with the amount of fear in the broader market, a lot of people are starting to bring up, once again, the age-old rumor of the PIF is going to take Lucid private. So I wanted to talk about that and why I feel that won't happen because of the recently submitted documents. Before I get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So when it comes down to like the PIF taking Lucid private, I've already covered this many times and I've done a lot of deep research on exactly the steps that would need to be done. And so shareholders would have to vote, and obviously a majority would have to be in favor, blah, 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 all that fun jazz. And in my opinion, I have often enough referred to the preferred stock, this formula right here, as what I call the poison pill. So technically the PIF, in my opinion, was going to use the preferred stock to really just take Lucid over, because based on this formula, the lower the share price, the more shares that are issued that the PIF does get at no additional cost. So that's just the damn downside of this whole formula. But this in reality is all fine and dandy, but with this recently submitted document, it kind of throws a wrench in that. So based on this document that was just submitted, this leads me to believe that the PIF has no intention of taking Lucid private whatsoever, because if so, they would not put up the preferred stock class A or B, which all have this kind of toxic pill type of formula behind the scenes. So just for transparency, I've already brought this up a couple times, and I think a lot of people might be taking this out of context. This right here does not mean they are going to sell, because Lucid's already submitted a couple of these prospectuses in the past where the PIF was listed as a selling stockholder and they have not sold a single share. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this does mean the PIF is going to sell. It just gives them an opportunity to sell in the foreseeable future. If, let's say, by end of 2025, 2026, 2027, or whenever, it gives them an opportunity to sell. And so I believe that this prospectus does give them the right over a 3-year span to do this. So again, just for transparency, this does not mean the PIF is selling, but rather by this document being submitted, it does mean that the PIF will not be taking Lucid private, that they would rather just liquidate some of their position if things don't go according to plan. And even Adam Jonas did bring this up in the recent Q4 earnings. Gagnon didn't seem to really understand it all that well, and so obviously Adam Jonas just said, based on the prospectus, blah blah blah, what are you going to do when the PIF sells and reduces their position down to 45%, no longer like a controlling interest in the company? Adam Jonas, alongside many of the other analysts, were just very, very bearish. But I feel like a lot of people are bringing up about the whole PIF being taken private. Even in my last couple of videos, a lot of people are starting to bring that up, that they can't wait until the PIF takes Lucid private. And I think a lot of that is stemming from just larger macro fears that is just unfortunately bringing Lucid down. But nonetheless, though, because of this prospectus, I feel like this does prove that the PIF will not be taking Lucid private, that they would just be liquidating some of their position. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up, and I've brought this up even on the 25th, the day of the earnings, is because they did also submit at the same time, which is new. Like I said, they've done this prospectus a couple times in the past, but they've never included the like a notarized letter as well, showing that the PIF acknowledges that they did receive all of that stock that is listed here. So it does seem very formal this time, and this is why I feel like Adam Jonas and maybe other analysts are bringing this up, because they have never brought this up in previous earnings ever whatsoever. And if anything, they actually boast, saying that the PIF is like saving them and constantly diluting, as what they like to bring up. But nonetheless, I wanted to bring this up only because of, like I said, a lot of people just spreading rumors. So no, the PIF is not essentially selling, because of this document is giving them the opportunity. So just be clear about that. And because of this same document, it does prove that they will not be taking Lucid private. So I just wanted to kind of pop on. This might be a little bit more of a negative video, my apologies, but I just wanted to at the same time just educate a little bit what this does truly mean and everything else. But like I said, there's a hell of a lot of good information in here that they talk on partnerships. Even the AI component, that one's definitely the most intriguing to me, because I think AI is definitely driving Lucid higher. And actually, this is what, similarly from Adam Jonas, what kind of prompted the whole AI discussion with Mark, and how goalposts have shifted. So pretty much prompting Lucid to really seek third-party type of deals and partnerships. So everything to get to higher autonomous driving. So like I said, stay tuned for that video. I'll be putting that out tomorrow. So let me know your general thoughts on Lucid. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Do you think, on a side note, Lucid is ever going to be taken private, or do you think that the PIF is ever going to sell Lucid? Again, let's say even from the last earnings, with tariffs, which is prompting the broader market to pull back a lot, even Lucid did state that the tariffs are going to cause, I think it was between 12 and 15% margins reduction. And Lucid's margins are already narrow enough, but with these tariffs, it's definitely going to throw a wrench into a lot of things. So we'll just have to wait and see how it does all play out. But let me know your general thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Discord, completely free. A lot of good people, a lot of good chat. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all of that said, appreciate all of you watching.